in the middle of the Negev desert, 5 kilometers from the Israeli-Egyptian border. An area where there's no life, except behind fences. Here, Brianne Habte is waiting for the bus for 12 months.
They say as we have to stay 1 year here. After 1 year, normally they can give us visa and we can work.
After 1 year, the bus will take him to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv, formerly known as the White City, according to critics became the Black City, at least in some parts of town, like Neve Sha'anan. People from sub-Saharan Africa crowd the streets. It seems like they're excluded. According to Maya Nisna, from an NGO helping refugees, that's the state policy.
Israel doesn't see itself as an immigration country. Israel is, they call it a country of aliyah, of people, Jewish people from all over the world coming here. So the state of Israel doesn't want any kind of migrants here. They don't want, for example, migrant workers to get status here. They don't want anybody, even people that are asylum seekers and face death or torture or denial of liberty in their own country. The state of Israel would rather they were not here.
Park Samaret in Tel Aviv. Some of the African migrants would never come to this part of town, except to work. David Abraham is a cook and a refugee from Eritrea.
I come into Israel to save my life.
But life is not easy for him in Israel.
I haven't citizenship. I haven't any for children for any situation for medical insurance. It's not gets really. It's little bit difficult.
And it's getting even more difficult. The state of Israel just introduced the deposit law, keeping 20% of the wages of refugees, only handing it back to them when they leave the country. David Abraham already worries because of that.
How can you survive in my children? I don't know. Oh, I pay rent. I pay for a gun. I pay for equipment for children. It's very difficult. So I say it's very difficult. I don't know. I don't know how to. Well, maybe it's my God is helping.
But there are also people who try to help. People like Shia Avrich. For now, she refuses to apply the law. She is part of a petition to the Supreme Court to overcome the law.
I know what it will do to these people, and it's like, for me, it's like taking weak people, not weak, weak in the society, and making them even weaker. I think the Israel economy will regret this move because these are the people that today fill most of the positions in this job. I mean, in restaurants, it's a very, very important working force. And I think this decision is very dangerous.
Jonathan Jakubowicz has a different view. He works at the Israeli Immigration Policy Center, the NGO that came up with the idea for the deposit law.
The goal of the 20% law is to try to use economic incentives to make sure that what we call mixed migration, that economic migrants will not come to Israel, and will also to ensure that they leave Israel. While we think that it's not a very drastic measure that will directly influence and hurt people who are genuine asylum seekers until their asylum requests are acknowledged.
The law is not the only measure meant to deter refugees. It's in addition to Cholot, the detention center in the Negev desert. Mehari Okubai still has 11 months left and is already struggling.
It causes a damage within 1 year. When people gather here 1 year, they are mentally unstable. Some of them, they worry. Some of them, there is no education. It's very tough life.
About 3,000 people live in Holot. They are all men. During the day, they are allowed to leave the detention center. But despite playing table soccer, there's not much to do, according to Gui Tom where they are.
We cannot visit to good places. We cannot change our t-shirt, our shoes. We cannot work in, we cannot buy what we need. So it's a lot of problem here in Holot. So because of that, I sleep here like animals. It's not good for everybody.
Beriane Habte is also critical.
You cannot bring anything to inside for eating or drinking. Only they give you, and it's not enough. Most eating is rice. So to eat always rice is not good. If I get a chance, I prefer to go out from Israel. There's no hope for future. No future here.
It seems like Israel's policy is working.